Alright, so I promised some unboxing videos and this will be my new keyboard. It is a Corsair Strafe RGB keyboard with silent MX switches. And it was kind of bouncing around in there, so I wanted to record that when opening the first box as well, because it was a huge box and I was worried that the keyboard was actually broken, because this is not a cheap keyboard, it's quite expensive actually, and it was a little bit worrying, and some of the sealed airbags had broken, and it wasn't really that much of them either. This was not very well packed for such an expensive keyboard. So this is the box. I took this keyboard because I liked the silent switches. I haven't had a mechanical keyboard before, but I wanted as little noise as possible, and they don't really sound much. Sound basically like a membrane keyboard because I'm still slamming the buttons in the bottom of the keyboard. But I also like that it had a white backdrop, which makes the LEDs shine a little bit brighter, and also has ESD protection, which is basically a little plastic around the LEDs, around the switches, which prevents static electricity from knocking out an LED, which apparently is pretty common among RGB keyboards. So this is what's in the box when you first open it. It is a wrist rest at the bottom there, covered in plastic. There you go, it's a decent sized wrist rest. I normally don't use wrist rest, but this one was so comfortable, I'm actually using that right now. It came with additional button sets for, I believe, MOBA and first person shooters. And they are rubberized, very comfortable, a little bit tilted as well. And also it has a button puller, which was really easy to use. This is the manual. And this is the keyboard itself. So the keyboard was covered in plastic, and it's pretty heavy actually, and it really sticks to the surface. It doesn't move around. There you can see the white backdrop. It has 2 USB ports. One is for the pass-through on the top of the keyboard. I really like that feature. The wrist rest was protected by plastic, and it's really easy to attach to the keyboard itself, and it has this rubberized surface which is really comfortable. And it came with a manual, the additional buttons and button puller, and the wrist rest itself. That's all you get. So these are the Cherry MX switches, silent switches, and you can see the transparent plastic around the switches itself. It lets the light pass through and also protects against static electricity. It was very easy to change the buttons, and they are really comfortable. And here you can see it in dark. So this is how the keyboard looks when you first install the software that you have to download from Corsair's website. And it was a little bit tricky to use actually. It isn't the easiest software, but it wasn't actually that hard unless you want to do your own effects. These are just some of the standard default effects. I wanted an RGB keyboard mostly to lit up some of the buttons I use the most, because it's really dark here, and when programming it's nice to have some guideline to where the buttons are. Alright, so that was a quick unboxing video of my new keyboard. I have quite a few unboxing videos left to do, I just need to cut them, so they are coming up soon. Anyway, thank you for watching, and see you next time.